Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Wisdom International School's digital classroom for mathematics. So we'll continue with the next video on understanding quadrilateral. So we have already learned how to find the number of diagonals and all those things, right? So now we'll continue with it. So come to this. So they say sum of the measures of exterior angles of a polygon. Okay, so if they're asking you to find the sum of the exterior angles in a polygon, it's always going to be 360 degrees. Okay, let it be having any kind of a any number of sides, it doesn't matter. The sum of the measures of the external angles of any polygon is 360 degrees. In the last video we did one problem, we solved one problem to find the sum of the external angles, right? So it's going to be just added up, even if you add it and solve it, you are going to get 360 degrees only. Okay, so here you see angle 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 all added together is going to give you 360 degrees. Okay, now in exercise 4.2 you see they're asking you to find x. So obviously 125 and x, all three added together is going to give you 360 degrees. So 250 plus x is 360, or x is equals to 360 minus 250, which is 110 degrees. Okay, if you okay, so now find the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 9 sides. Okay, there are 9 sides and they are saying find the exterior angle of each exterior angle. Okay, so 9 side means they are going to have 9 angles also, and it's a regular polygon. So regular polygon has equal angles, right? So equal angles, even exterior angles will be equal. As I told you, regular polygon is equilateral and equiangular. So if inside the regular polygon, if it is the angles are equal, the exterior angles are also going to be equal, right? So let us say that there are each measure is x. Okay, then since there are 9 sides, it's going to be 9x, right? Because there are 9 times you have x, right? All added together, x added 9 times is going to give you 360, which is going to be x is equals to 360 by 9, which is 40 degree. Okay, so this is the answer. So this exercise is very simple. Do this in your geometry classwork. Okay, now we'll continue with the next topic, kinds of quadrilateral. So now we knew the polygons, what all are polygons, right? Now we are come to quadrilateral. Okay, so in quadrilateral you know that the quadrilaterals are 4-sided figure. So we are going to learn different kinds of quadrilateral. The first one is trapezium. So trapezium is a figure where only one pair of side is a parallelogram. Okay, the other 2 pairs are not. Okay, see if I say this and this are parallel, but these 2 are not parallel, then this is a trapezium. Okay, so only one opposite pair is parallel. Okay, so here see this is a parallel. See the arrows indicate that they are parallel to each other. So this one also, this and this are parallel. Here this and this are parallel. Here this and this are parallel. So these are trapezium. Here you see none of them are parallel, because see here they haven't put any arrow, right? So this is not a parallel. There is no one, not even a single pair is parallel. Here also nothing is parallel. Here these 2 are parallel, but then number of sides are not 4, right? See here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's not a quadrilateral in first case, right? So you understood the meaning of trapezium. Trapezium is like when you have only opposite pairs parallel to each other. Okay, opposite lines parallel to each other. The other opposite lines are not parallel. Okay, now coming to kite. So as the name says, you all are familiar with the kite, right? How it looks like a kite, the toy kite which people used to fly it. So the same figure. Okay, so in kite what happens is 2 of the sides are equal, 2 of the adjacent side, adjacent in the sense the next to next touching sides are equal, and the other 2 are equal to each other, but all 4 are not equal to each other. Okay, and none of them are parallel also. All right, see here A, B and AD are equal, and BC and CD are equal separately. So this is a case of a kite. Okay, so here also you see these 2 are equal, they are saying these 2 are separately equal. So this is a kite here also. Now here you see these are not kite, because in the first case there is a flat thing over here, so this is not considered kite. Here this is opposite sides are parallel, and they, according to the kite, the next to next sides are supposed to be equal. Here the opposite sides are equal. See, this and this are equal, and this are equal. This is not a kite. Okay, a kite should have the next to next figure as equal. Here what's happening, 3 of the sides are equal, so that's also not a kite. Okay, so kite should look like a exact kite, like the kite which we fly. Okay, like this, this is how we have the kite, right? So it should look like this. All right, now coming to parallelogram. A parallelogram has the opposite pairs parallel, so this and this will be equal first of all, and this will be equal. Also, these two are parallel to each other and these two are parallel to each other. Okay, so that is what is a parallelogram. So opposite sides are equal and parallel. Okay, the opposite pairs are equal and parallel. So this is a case of a parallelogram. Here also this is a case of a parallelogram, and here also this is also a case of a parallelogram. Okay, now here coming to the other one, these are not parallelogram because see, these two are parallel but they are not equal, right? And these two are not parallel again, so this is not a case of a parallelogram. Here also see, all are in a very different shapes and sizes, so they are not parallelogram. Here also, so parallelogram has only 4 sides. Okay, so this doesn't come under a quadrilateral at all. Okay, parallelogram is a quadrilateral, so this is not a 4-sided quadrilateral, right? It has got 1 2 3 4 5 6 sides, right? So this is not a quadrilateral, so not a parallelogram. Now elements of parallelogram, so like take the properties. Okay, let's look at the properties. It says the opposite sides of parallelogram are of equal length, so this will be equals to this and this will be equals to this. Okay, then the opposite angles of the parallelogram are of equal measure, that is this angle will be equal to this angle, and similarly this angle will be equals to this angle. Okay, now the third point says the opposite angles of a parallelogram are of equal measure. Oh, I pasted the same thing again. Okay, so you can just delete this, it's the same point. Okay, and then the next point says the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So if I draw a diagonal, let me draw a diagonal. So if this is a diagonal and this is another diagonal, they both bisect each other. That is, bisect means they cut into equal halves. This and this turns out to be equal, this and this will be equal. Okay, this is what you mean by they are bisecting each other. Then the adjacent angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. This is a very important point. Based on this you get problems. Okay, so because based on this only you get usually problems. So here adjacent angle, so if I have a parallelogram, let us say, okay, adjacent angle means this and this are adjacent angles, the next to next angles. Okay, or you can say, see, if this is A, this is B, A and B are adjacent, and again A and C are adjacent, and C and D are adjacent, and D and B are adjacent again. So they are supplementary. That means if you add angle A plus B, it's going to give you 180. If you add angle A plus C also, you're going to get 180. Similarly, C plus D is also going to give you 180. Okay, and D plus B is also going to give you 180. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, so the adjacent angles are supplementary, means they add up to 180. Now the exercise 4.3, consider the following parallelogram, find the values of unknown x, y, z. Okay, so they are asking you to find the unknown values. So here you see only one angle is given, B is given as 100. So as I told you, we have to use all these properties over here. Okay, so opposite side angles, see, look at the second property, opposite angles of parallelogram are of equal measure. So look at this, so this is 100, so the opposite angle this will be 100, right? And also the last property said that the adjacent angles are equals to 180 degrees. So y plus z or y plus x or z plus b, everything are going to be equal to 180 if you add them. Okay, so x plus y, if you add these two, it's going to give you 180, and we just found the y to be 100, so x is equals to 180 minus 100, which is 80. Okay, if this is 80, then this will also be 80, right? So that's how you find it. Okay, find all the 4 sides. So with one angle you can find all the 4 angles. Now here they are saying what is x and y. So this is 50, so this is also going to be 50. What about z? Z is going to be 180 minus 50, right? Z is going to be 180 minus 50, so that's going to be 130. Now x and y, if you look at x and y, see, 50 plus x should be equals to 180, right? Because they are adjacent sides. So you find x is equals to 180 minus 50, so that's 130. If this is 130, that's going to be 130 again. So there are many ways you can do it. It's not like there is no hard and fast rule that I have to use x and 50 only. You can even use 50 and y, or y and this 50, anything. Okay, alright, so that's it. So now come to the next question, the 9th question. It says in the above figure both RISK. So RISK is this thing. Wait, let me draw it using a different pen color. So let us say you have blue color. See, RISK is this figure. Okay, and that's a parallelogram they are saying. And CLUE, it's another parallelogram. So let me use another pen, this pen, dark blue. Okay, this is another parallelogram. Okay, now they are asking you to find the x. So x is over here. So how do you do that? So first of all, this is given as 120. This is 120. So this is also going to be 120, the opposite angles, right? Now if this is 120, this angle, see, just look at the light blue triangle, quadrilateral, okay, light blue parallelogram. This angle is going to add up to 120, right? 120 plus this s, angle s should be equals to 180, isn't it? 120 plus angle s will be equals to 180. So angle s is actually 180 minus 120, which is 60. This is what I have got. So if this is 60, now similarly let's find this angle. Okay, this is 70. Now look at the dark blue thing. So this is 70, so this is also 70 because opposite sides. So now if you look at the little triangle over here, see, I'm drawing a red triangle over here, you get this as 60, this is 70. Now you have to find the third side. So 70 plus 60 plus x is 180, or 130 plus x is equals to 180, or x is equals to 50 degrees. Okay, so that's it. So it's a very simple actually it's a very simple exercise. It is very interesting also. Complete this in your geometry classwork. Allah Hafiz. That's all for today. I'll see you in the next video. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.